Om Shanti. Today is Satguruvar, the 7th of December 2023. On this Thursday morning, let us listen to the Sakar Murli from our beloved Bap Dada. Bap Dada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, renounce your attachment to the old world and have zeal and enthusiasm for doing service. Never become tired of doing service. Essence once again on this Thursday morning. Baba says, sweet children, renounce your attachment to the old world and have zeal and enthusiasm for doing service. Never become tired of doing service. Today's question is, what are the signs of the children who have intoxication of this knowledge? In answer, Baba says, they have a lot of interest in doing service. They remain constantly engaged in doing service with their minds and words. They give everyone the Father's introduction and show the proof of it. While establishing the kingdom, if they have to tolerate anything, they do so. They are full helpers of the Father and do the service of making Bharat into heaven. Today's song is, Mother, O Mother, you are the bestower of fortune for all. Om Shanti. You children now know the mother number-wise according to the efforts you make. You know the mother and so you would also surely know the father. This mother and father are the bestowers of 100-fold fortune and bestowers of fortune. The ones with 100-fold fortune are those who make effort and create their full fortune. They claim their inheritance in the sun and moon dynasties, and that too is number-wise. There are many who are like the natives. They will go and take birth among the very ordinary subjects. They cannot claim a status. The Father definitely tells you, children, don't have attachment to this old world. The poor world is crying out. You children have to have the interest and enthusiasm for doing service. Although some do have enthusiasm for doing service, they don't have the art of doing service. You receive many directions. The writing has to be very refined. The pictures of the Trimurti and the tree should be 30 inches by 40 inches. These things are very useful, but some children have little value for them. Although there is a lot of respect for Sanjay, that praise is of the end. It is said, ask the gopis and gopis about supersensuous joy. So that praise too is of the final stage. No one has that happiness now. They now continue to cry and fall. Maya slaps them. Although some come every day, they don't have that intoxication. Baba says, you receive many chances to do service. People now continue to say that there should be one religion. There used to be one government in Bharat. It was called heaven, but no one knows that. It was 5,000 years ago when it was the kingdom of Rama, the golden and silver ages, and there was just the one govern. There were no other religions. Baba says there was just the one govern. There were no two religions that there could be any conflict. Here they continue to say that the Chinese and Hindus are brothers, and then look at what they continue to do. They continue to shoot each other. Baba says the world is such. Even husband and wife fight between themselves. A wife doesn't take long to slap her husband. There is a lot of fighting in every home. The people of Bharat have forgotten that it is only a matter of 2500 years ago when there was one government. Now there are many governments and many religions, and so there would definitely be fighting. You tell them that there was one government in Bharat. That was called the government of gods and goddesses. The path of devotion came later. There is no devotion in the golden and silver ages. People show their arrogance a great deal, but the knowledge they have isn't worth a shell. Baba says they have a lot of other knowledge. Knowledge for becoming a doctor, knowledge for becoming a barrister. The Father says, those who call themselves doctors of philosophy don't have this knowledge at all. They don't even understand what is called philosophy. Therefore, You children should have an interest in doing service and become helpers in this establishment. You have to make something good and give that. As is the status of a person, so the invitation that is given to him. Baba says, for example, there are many officers in the government. There is the education minister and the chief minister. There should be an office here too. You should put whatever directions are given into practice. They have now written the Gorakhpuri Gita and they are all ready to distribute it free of charge. All the institutions have many funds. When the Maharaja of Kashmir died, the Arya Samaj received all his property because he belonged to the Arya Samaj. Even sannyasis have a lot of money. You are using all the money you have for doing this service so that Bharat can become heaven. You are helping to make it into heaven. There is the difference of day and night. Day by day, those people continue to become residents of hell, whereas the Father is now making you into residents of heaven. All are poor. Baba says, day by day, those people continue to become residents of hell, whereas the Father is now making you into residents of heaven. All are poor. It isn't that we continue to accumulate money. You say, Baba, use these few pennies I have for the yajna, for service. At this time, all continue to fight and quarrel among themselves. There cannot be one government. So, you should tell the government that there definitely was the one sun and moon dynasty government. You also desire that, and it will definitely happen. The Father is establishing heaven. He is Heavenly God, the Father. We are establishing the one deity government. No devilish government exists there. All of them will be destroyed. You have very good knowledge and a lot can be achieved with that. Baba says you have very good knowledge and a lot can be achieved with that. Delhi is the head office. They can do a lot of service. The children there are very good. There is Jagdish, Sanjay. However, all are Sanjay. There isn't just one Sanjay. Each one of you is Sanjay. So what is Baba telling us? Each one of you is Sanjay. Your duty is to show everyone the path. The Father continues to explain to you very well. But some children are trapped in their own businesses and in looking after their children, etc. While living at home with their families, they don't become helpers of the Father. Here, you have to demonstrate this by doing service. How is the one government being established? This cycle and drama are showing you the time. Just as the picture of Ravan has been created, in the same way, make a big picture of the cycle and write on it. The hand has now reached the time. What should we do? Baba says, just as the picture of Ravan has been created, in the same way, make a big picture of the cycle and write on it, the hand has now reached the time. There now has to be the one government once again. Baba gives you directions. Shiv Baba will not go into the streets and stumble around. If this one goes, it means that Shiv Baba has to stumble around. Children have to have regard for Baba. It is the children's duty to do service. You should write, the one government that existed in Bharat is once again being established. What should we write? The one government that existed in Bharat is once again being established. This sacrificial fire was created many years ago. All the rubbish of this world is to become merged in it. This is very easy, but it takes time to explain to everyone. There are no kings now. No one would just believe one person. Baba says no one would believe just one person. Previously, when a new invention was created, they would get the word spread by the king because the king had that power. One becomes a king either through Rajyog or by donating a lot of wealth. Here it is the rule of the people. There isn't the one government or a party. There is even a party of poor soldiers. They don't take long to dishonor anyone. Many such activities continue to take place. Give them a little money and they will kill even big ministers. What is Baba saying? Give them a little money and they will even kill big ministers. So, you children have to take the chance of doing service and not go to sleep. Just as people go to hear stories at religious gatherings and then go back home and become the same as they were and don't have any enthusiasm, similarly, some children too lack that enthusiasm. Government gardens would have many very good first class flowers. What is Baba saying? Government gardens would have many good first class flowers. Their department is separate. When anyone goes there, they are first of all given first class flowers. This too is the Father's flower garden. Baba says, if someone were to come here, what would you show them while taking them around? You would tell them the names. These are very good flowers. Tanger and Ak flowers are also sitting here. They don't sparkle. They don't do any service. Every day, you definitely have to give someone the Father's introduction. You are incognito and you have so many obstacles. You haven't become worthy of doing service. Baba repeatedly tells you to go to the temples, to go to the cremation grounds. You should go and give lectures. You children have to show the proof of the service you do. A few will emerge out of hundreds. You should also explain this to your friends and relatives. When people are afraid to come here, you should go to their homes and explain. They will become very happy when they receive the Father's introduction. Baba says there shouldn't be any tiredness while doing service. Out of 100, one will emerge. You definitely have to tolerate something while establishing a kingdom. Until you have taken insults, you cannot become Kalangidhar, that is, one who is worshipped because of having taken insults. Your intoxication of this knowledge is high. However, where is the result? Baba asks, where is the result? Okay, you gave knowledge to 10 or 20, so if one or two awaken from that, you should tell Baba. Only when you have an interest in doing service will Baba give you a prize. Give the Father's introduction. Who is your Father? Only then can the intoxication of the inheritance rise. Baba says, give the Father's introduction. Who is your Father? Only then can the intoxication of the inheritance rise. You can give a lecture. No one in the whole world, apart from the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, know the history and geography of the world. Issue this challenge. Baba has mentioned the cremation grounds, and so you should go there and do service. You do your business, etc. for 6 to 8 hours. So, where does the rest of your time go? Baba asks us. You do your business, etc. for 6 to 8 hours. So, where does the rest of the time go? You won't be able to claim a high status just like that. Baba would say, you have come to marry Lakshmi or Narayan. But first of all, look at your own face. What Baba explains is right. Just take up the one topic. Come and understand how the history and geography of the world repeat. Baba says, print this in the newspapers. Try and hire a hall. You don't even have 3 square feet of land. They don't recognize you. You are foreigners from the supreme abode. Souls have all come from the supreme abode. Therefore, all of you are foreigners. However, no one understands your language. Here, in the corporeal form, you are not told to touch anyone's feet or to do things like that, such as kissing the feet of sages and great souls and then washing the feet and drinking that water. That is called worship of the elements. Bodies are made of the 5 elements. Baba says, look what the condition of Bharat has become. Therefore, the Father says, show the proof of the service you do. Give everyone happiness. Here, you have just the one concern, to connect your intellects in yoga to the Father. Today's song was, Mother, you are the bestower of fortune for all. Baba says Mother Jagdamba is the bestower of fortune. It is the mother who attains her status. She too says, remember Shiv Baba. I imbibe knowledge from him and then also inspire others to imbibe it. I make you fortunate. You are the bestowers of fortune for Bharat, so you should have so much intoxication. Whatever is Mamma's praise is praise of the father and also of Dada. You children should do physical service for the sacrificial fire and definitely do spiritual service too. Baba says, give everyone the mantra of Manmanabhav. Manmanabhav means to serve with the mind and Madhyaji Bhav means to serve with words. Serving with actions is also included in that. You Kumaris should become engaged in doing service. Very good service takes place in the villages. There is a lot of fashion in the big cities. There is a lot of temptation, and so what can they do? Should we leave out the big cities? We can't do that. The sound will spread in the big cities through the wealthy ones. However, the world has to be made into heaven with the magic of Manmanabhav. So what is Baba telling? The world has to be made into heaven with the magic of Manmanabhav. The father sits here and explains who this Jagadamba is. She is the bestower of the 100-fold fortune for Bharat. Her Shiv Shakti army is also well known. Jagadamba is the head, that is, she is the head who establishes the one government in Bharat. The incarnation of Shaktis, the mothers of Bharat, established the one government in Bharat by following Shrimat. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and we the spiritual children also say Namaste to our spiritual father. Today's essence for Dharana has 2 points. First point, keep your intellect connected in yoga to the one father. Make this world into heaven with the magic of the mantra of Manmanabhav. Second point, never become tired of doing service. Together with doing physical service, also do spiritual service. Remind everyone of the mantra of Manmanabhav. Today's blessing, may you be Master merciful and have blessings and mercy for all souls, the same as the Father. Blessing once again, may you be Master merciful and have blessing and mercy for all souls, the same as the Father. Baba explains, just as the Father is merciful, similarly, you children also have to have blessings and mercy for all souls, because you have become instruments, the same as the Father. Brahmin souls can never have dislike for other souls. Even though someone might be like Kans or Jarasandhi or Ravan, no matter what souls are like, children of the merciful Father can never dislike them. You must have the intention of transforming them and a feeling of benefiting them, because they are, after all, your family and are under another influence. You can never dislike those who are influenced by something else. Finally, the slogan for today, be a master, son of knowledge, and burn any rubbish of weakness with rays of power. Slogan once again, be a master, son of knowledge, and burn any rubbish of weakness with rays of power. Acha, Om Shanti.